You're looking for a roller coaster to get on this summer? Look for this motherfucker. This right here is the Cheetah Hunt, which is located in Busch Gardens in Tampa Bay. Now this roller coaster reaches the height of 102 feet, but the maximum speed on this motherfucker is only 60. The length of this track is almost 4,500 feet, so be prepared to be on this motherfucker for a while. Now, I don't know what all this yelling for, goddammit. It ain't like you're turning in circles. This one I almost said you can count me in, but I'd rather stay on the ground. Count me out. But I want to know how many people ever been on this motherfucker, and how many people near Busch Gardens and willing to go riding. POVs, anyone? This roller coaster right here is so lightweight, anybody can get on it. If your plan is to visit Busch Gardens this summer and you see this ride, don't be afraid. Get on it. Will I join you? Probably not. Count me out. Good googly moogly. No way in hell. Count me out. This motherfucking surfboard-looking object is called the Yukon Striker, which is located at Canada's Wonderland in Ontario. Now, this ride opened up to the general public in May of 2019. The Yukon Striker is the world's tallest, longest, and fastest dive coaster, reaching up to speeds of 81 miles an hour. Count me out. The duration of this ride is about 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And you get a total of 4 inversions. But if you think I'm gonna travel all the way to Canada for a rough ride, you can count me out. Have you ever been on the Yukon Striker before? And if not, would you? Don't even bother asking me, because you already know my answer. Count me out. This is what those 8 people thought was gonna happen when they got on that iron shot. Count me out. And these people were up there for hours. And on top of that, now you gotta climb down? Count me out. Talk about hitting up the amusement park thinking you about to have some fun. This ends up being your fate? Count me out. Just imagine that your bowels want to move. You already in the position and gravity taking control. Count me out. This one right here, you can definitely check off the list. Let's shut this motherfucker down. I don't think nobody gonna be riding this joint this summer. This motherfucker made headline news. I had to do this one for the people. Count me out. Anthony Scott Harris, 41, decided it was okay to enter into a Chase Bank in Bakersfield, California yesterday with a bomb strapped to his chest. And then decided to tell the police that he barricaded himself on the 2nd floor with a bunch of hostages and had a bomb. Immediately, the FBI and the police were dispersed to the area. Now, everyone thought that this was a bank robbery in progress, but later found out this man was trying to clear his name. He was a registered sex offender who also served 12 years in jail for touching children. Anthony told the cops that he had concerns about a previous case and how it was handled and what the aftermath of it was. Now, allegedly, he even took a hostage and strapped a bomb to her leg. That is what reports are saying. After a 15-hour-plus standoff, at 4:20 a.m., Anthony Harris was unalive. All hostages were recovered safe and sound with no injuries. Authorities are saying that Anthony was an Army veteran who was dishonorably discharged and had trouble with law enforcement. He was also on the state sex offender registry due to convictions back in 2014 from sexual crimes related to a child under the age of 14. But you want to know the sad thing about this situation? We will never know his side of the story. We will never know if he was really there trying to clear his name. They say that he had information claiming that Bakersfield was corrupt. Will we ever find out if that's true? Let me just be the first to say, count me out. Now we established that that's an egg, but is he using motor oil? Yeah, that's definitely motor oil. Count me out. First off, where this man's hands been? Like, I don't give a damn if it's street food. I ain't seen that man wash his hands not one time. But is he using Pennzoil? That grease black than a motherfucker. Ain't no telling how long it's been since that grease been changed. But you eat some type of shit like this? Count me out. So this is the phone that everyone thought they were gonna receive when they made their deposits. But this is the phone that some people are starting to receive. Kinda identical, ain't it? Count me out.
They got the stars right. The stripes, however, that represent the 13 colonies, well, kind of missing a couple. T1. It's on Android.
Hold on. So they paid for an iPhone, but are gonna receive an Android? Corruption at its finest.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why he's the GOAT. The GOAT.
But wait, there's more.
It has the date and time, and on the left side, it has the T1 phone logo.
So every time you send somebody a picture and they see that T1, they know you're using a Trump phone. Count me out. But hey, inquiring minds want to know, what y'all think of the new phone? I mean, the design is all the way from back in like 2010, but hey, who cares, right? A phone is a phone. Internet probably slow as hell. My bad. Count me out. Oh, your boy Diaper Don decided to grow some balls, huh? Because as of yesterday, he decided to cuss out his good old friend, Benjamin Netanyahu. Donald Trump even went so far to accuse Benjamin Netanyahu of being ungrateful. Now, we all know why Donald Trump is upset with him. Because Israel keep bombing Lebanon. And while the bombing keeps happening, Donald Trump can't get a deal with Iran. Donald Trump went so far to call him crazy. He said, you'll be in prison if it wasn't for me. I'm saving your ass. Everybody hates you now. Everybody hates Israel because of this. Now, sources are saying that this is not the first time that Benjamin Netanyahu and Donald Trump had a disagreement. But it does seem like that Donald Trump is trying to somehow reach a deal with Iran. Even though several news outlets are stating that Iran states they're done with trying to have talks with the U.S. Somehow I got a feeling there's going to be a tweet coming sometime soon saying they want to make a deal. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. My bad. I'm doing it again. Count me out. After the United States and Iran decided to bomb one another, Iran said, fuck the peace talks, we're done. But then a few hours ago, Trump stated that talks were still ongoing with Iran. You know his favorite line.
They are begging to make a deal, not me. They're begging. They want very much to make a deal. We'd like to make a deal too. They want to make a deal. The reason they want to make a deal is they have been just beat to shit. They want to make a deal, but I'm not satisfied with it. They want to make a deal so badly.
Meanwhile, this war with Iran has been ongoing for over 3 months, and the price of oil is now going back up. Just when you seen 30 or maybe 40 cent drop from the pump, get ready because it's going back up. Earlier in the day, Donald Trump told reporters that he didn't care if they made a deal. And he also stated that he didn't care about the oil prices. He said this in an interview with CNBC. I don't know about y'all, but this war is starting to get on my last nerves. It makes you want to ask yourself, is there really deals in talks with Iran? Or is there a whole lot of market manipulation going on? As always, count me out. Y'all ain't gonna believe this shit.
I could still move the mouse with my mind.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I had. It's actually pretty cool.
Now, in case you didn't read the shirt, this guy has one of Elon Musk's Neuralinks inside his head. And he claims that he can move a computer mouse with his mind.
Have any side effects?
No, I don't have any side effects.
Do you have any?
I don't have any.
Can you feel it?
I can't feel it.
With that large incision on the side of your head, I'm sure you can feel it. Count me out. But I don't know, this device might be a game changer. He's claiming that this will probably be able to help people with epilepsy and spinal injuries.
So what do you think the biggest benefit of this is?
The biggest benefit is that it's going to help people with spinal cord injuries and people with Parkinson's disease and people with epilepsy and people with depression, anxiety, and all these different things.
But inquiring minds want to know, if you was able to get one of these chips, would you? Would you want an electronic chip planted inside your brain? I mean, he says some things that he's never been able to do, he's able to do it now. Will you be one of the handful of people to try this out? You already know my answer. Count me out. If you in Connecticut, I hope you ain't been drinking that tap water, as there is a boil water advisory because E. coli has been found in the water system. Listen to this.
From the Connecticut Water Company for customers served by our Chester system, POSIT #CT026131 in Deep River, Essex and Chester, and our Guilford Water System, POSIT #CT060811 in Old Saybrook, Westbrook, Clinton, Madison, and Guilford. Do not drink your tap water without boiling it first. We have detected E. coli, a harmful bacteria, during routine testing at one sample point in Essex and have issued a mandatory boil water order.
If you're located in Chester, Essex, Guilford, Madison, Westbrook, Old Saybrook, or Deep River, do not drink that damn water. And it's also being reported that in grocery stores, the shelves are empty if you're trying to go buy bottled water. To take a shower, you gotta boil your water. To brush your teeth, you gotta boil your water. To wash your face, you gotta boil your water. If you want some coffee, you gotta boil your water. Count me out. Somebody explain this to me. How do you get pulled over for using a cell phone in your right hand and you don't have a right hand? Check this shit out.
I'm just going to sheriff's office. Recently being pulled over. The city of Lake Worth today, we're doing an operation for distracted driver, and you drove past me holding the phone with your right hand, manipulating that phone. I mean, I saw you with your hand.
That right there should have been enough. He should have admitted he was wrong and should have said, have a good day. But did he?
So you want to just call this a day?
He should, right?
You had a hand manipulated.
You just said my right hand.
Well, I thought I saw you with your right hand. You
So
had
you
a hand
didn't.
The right hand. I saw you
So you
manipulate.
didn't.
With the right hand, perhaps not, right? But I saw you
You didn't see me with my right hand.
Instead of admitting that he was wrong, he decided to continue to do that and then wrote her a ticket. Mind you, this happened back in February. But this week, that same officer requested the court to dismiss it. But why write her a ticket to begin with? Just to have this woman come down to a court building to waste time out of her day for some shit she shouldn't have been down there for. Palm Beach, y'all gotta do better. Count me out. Many were left confused why Cat Williams said what he said about Kevin Hart at that roast. Take a look at this.
Yeah, the George Floyd joke, it wasn't a tasteful joke to our culture, to our audience, but our audience that's watching the roast, if you're watching the roast, you get why they're doing it.
You feel like Tony Hinchcliffe went too far when he made that joke about George Floyd?
It's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Yeah.
I don't expect less. I don't expect more. Would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Yes. Do more. It's my production. We're live. The more is what? What is it that you expect me? You want me to take a live production and stand up and fight Tony or have a reaction? It literally is either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not.
People just want to know you can.
I don't fucking need to prove to people that I give a fuck.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Just this time. This one time.
No.
Yes, this one.
No. If you open that door, then that's the door that people expect all the time. Why the fuck do I need to do that?
Mind you, this interview was maybe 10 minutes long. What you seen was the important parts. He agrees that it was a tasteful joke, but he didn't say it. Well, in other words, it makes it okay because it didn't come out of his mouth. But y'all heard the man. If you don't like the type of content he making, don't watch it. Inquiring minds want to know, how do y'all feel about this? Y'all know that the nation did not like the joke that was told. Even some people said they was done fucking with Kevin Hart after this. Do you feel the same? This video right here was clearly made for clickbait. It had to be. Check this out.
In the Democratic Republic of the Congo. So help me to share this video. Currently, I am in the Democratic Republic of the Congo for a couple months, okay? And there is no Ebola here. Everyone is living their best life. No one is panicking. The only place there's Ebola is on social media, on the international media, okay? So Think about it.
So who are we to believe? Her or the news? As Ebola cases in the Congo pass over 900. She's saying it's just an internet thing, but it's several news outlets reporting this. And not to mention the allegedly 18 patients that escaped that health center before setting it on fire, I might add. But as always, inquiring minds want to know, who's telling the truth? Do we believe this woman that made this video? Or do we believe the news outlets in the rest of the world that's reporting on this? And if it really wasn't that serious, why did they divert that airplane that was headed to Detroit to Canada? Yeah, I'm thinking the same shit too. Count me out. Looks like Netflix just lost another membership. On June 3rd, they supposed to release a 3-part docu-series of Michael Jackson. This 3-part series is supposed to cover the child molestation trial, even though he was acquitted of all 10 felony charges against him back in 2005. Look at this shit.
He lured young boys to Neverland.
The kids knew the combination to the bedroom suite. Their mother didn't.
The defense said Michael Jackson loves children. It's all been misconstrued.
It was our opinion that they began to come up with these allegations.
I wasn't showing no more of that shit because I don't want to promote that shit at all. People are already saying they not watching this shit, canceling their Netflix account immediately. Some people still feeling it from when that Kevin Hart roast was on Netflix also. Another reason to get rid of these motherfuckers. We got some people saying just don't watch the shit. Seems like motherfuckers missing the point. Netflix is starting to change, even when they took the #1 spot from Michelle Obama. Some of y'all ain't gonna see it that way. My bad, I'm going too far as always. Count me out. While Donald Trump summoned his whole national security team, including J.D. Vance, back to the White House for this mystery meeting, there are now reports that a gunman opened fire multiple times at the White House.
Press pool says they heard gunshots fired near the White House, and reporters there are currently on lockdown. One correspondent says they heard multiple shots and Secret Service telling them to get down.
Now they're saying that the shooting had unfolded near 17th Street and Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest. A nearby citizen on the street was shot in an exchange and their condition is unknown. It's being reported that over 30 shots were reportedly heard in the direction of Eisenhower Executive Office building. They're stating that the suspect never got inside the general perimeter of the White House. Now, just a few hours before these gunshots rang out, President Trump had announced that his administration was working on a deal to end the war with Iran. As of right now, there has been no further information released regarding this incident. But if I'm just being honest, don't this seem like it's starting to happen more frequently? Never mind. Count me out. How does someone from the Congo end up on an Air France flight going to Detroit? They find out this person on there, they reroute that motherfucker and send it to Canada.
They announced that we were being diverted. Suddenly all the flight attendants had face masks on, so that was also very concerning.
Man, I couldn't be one of those passengers on that plane. We got on the plane, I seen your face. I turn around, your face is covered. Count me out.
U.S. entry restrictions aimed at limiting the spread of Ebola forced the plane to divert to Montreal. The passenger, who was examined by a quarantine officer, had no symptoms and immediately returned to Paris.
Hopefully that information is correct and they didn't have any symptoms. Because if I was one of those passengers on that plane, I would be feeling some type of way. No information was told to them. Flight attendants walking past looking like doctors. Like, what's really going on? I think it's time to go back to 6 feet apart. Create a lot of space in between. Remember back in the day saying 3 feet, no pressure? Never mind. Count me out. So the Stephen Colbert Show aired for the final time last night. Fuck you, Donald Trump. And I honestly didn't think it was gonna happen. This will go down in history as a first. A president costing a late night host his job.
Promise to feel the news at you. And I realized pretty soon in this job that our job over here was different. We were here to feel the news with you. And I don't know about you, but I sure have felt it. And I just want to let all y'all know in here and out there how important you've been to what we have done. The energy that you've given us, we sincerely need that to have done the best possible show we could have for you for the last 11 years. You've given it to us, we've given it all right back to you. What would you call that, Lewis?
I would call that a reciprocal emotional relationship.
Late nights won't be the same anymore after this. We now know that freedom of speech isn't really freedom of speech. I honestly hope that Stephen Colbert lands somewhere else, because late nights will not be the same without him. This administration has screwed up everything since they have taken office. My bad, I'm doing it again, ain't I? Count me out. So I guess you could say that New York is not rain friendly, as this continues to happen every time there's a downpour. Rain was coming down so hard, this girl got washed away. You think I'm lying? I don't know how Queens and the Bronx look, but this how it looked last night. Even the delivery driver trying to get through this rain. Shit crazy, man. It's so bad out there in New York that people trying to unstop the sewers so the water can go down. Count me out. One thing I can say about Chicago is we don't flood like this. At least our tunnel systems work when there is a flash flood warning. Stay safe and stay dry out there. Count me out. I just want y'all to remember, when that $1.8 billion application go live, these the people that are applying. Yeah. These the people.
I swear to God, I will touch you.
Oh, quickly how we forget how they did those police officers. What's sad is they believe that these people need to be compensated for the shit that they decided to go do when they chose to go out there and attack these officers. Basically telling the world it's okay to attack officers and you'll get paid for it. At this point, we've all been put through some trauma. We all should apply for that 1.8. I need compensation for how high these gas prices are. I apologize, sometimes I get carried away. Count me out. Ever since the nation heard about this $1.8 billion being released, everybody feels mistreatment. People are encouraging themselves and their families in hopes of a financial kickback. The object is to flood the system, hoping that one slips through the cracks. But unverified claims can expose people to misinformation or potential scams. But Michael Caputo don't give a damn. Hopefully I said that last name right. He served on Donald Trump's administration for his first term. He's now seeking $2.7 million in damages from the government. He claims that he was targeted in an illegal crossfire hurricane investigation, which he claims his family suffered greatly. He is the first publicly to seek damages, and he won't be the last. The Justice Department has not said publicly who can profit from the fund, but hundreds of Trump's allies, including the January 6 rioters, will be included and can possibly get a piece of that pie. So why shouldn't other Americans also apply? Because I know for a fact we all feel mistreatment from this current government and administration. My bad, I'm doing it again. Count me out. Not only does she know what questions to ask, but she knows how to make a motherfucker backpedal.
You previously told me that anyone who assaulted a police officer on January 6th should go to prison.
Here comes the backpedal.
So why not rule out giving them taxpayer-funded money?
Well, Caitlin, what I said is we're going to look at everything case by case.
So now they have time to look at every case individually for all those people?
But why not rule it out?
Because, Caitlin, there are people who I don't know their individual circumstances, and I don't rule things out categorically when I know nothing about a person's individual circumstances.
All I can say about that is if they give away $1.8 billion to people who assaulted cops, goddammit, let me go find one. Talking about he don't know their circumstances. But you knew them circumstances on January 6th. They didn't give a damn about their circumstances on that day. Ain't no innocent motherfuckers in that picture. But of course, he and others would think so. Clearly, he wasn't prepared for those line of questions. Never mind, I'm doing it again. Count me out.